Hey guys, how you doing? Today I'm going to talk to you about my 99% finished Death Korps Krieg infantry squad firing and heavy bolter team. So here they are, in fine Death Korps Krieg fashion in rank and file. I'll start with the troops. So there's a 10-man squad, come as Forge World supplied, apart from this guy. Now this will be the sergeant, and the light kind of makes it look a bit blue. Hold on, don't know if that's better. Basically he's painted the same way as my tanks. It's a sort of German tank, Vallejo model air, German tank brown base coat, and then the trench coats are painted with Vallejo model air tank grey, or German grey I believe. When Forge World sent them out, they never had any arms for the sergeant. You know, like the chainsword or power sword or pistol or whatever it is. So these are actually scavenged from my bits box to give him the last pistol and some binoculars, which don't know, could act as a power sword or something if I wanted to, or sets them out anyway from the other 9 men. So all I really need to do is paint his helmet and the shoulder pad. I'm considering doing them Dark Angels green, because they're going to act as a sort of, well, seeing as the Siege of Vrax was the Death Korps and the Dark Angels, I'm trying to keep them sort of tied in with each other. But I'm still undecided as yet. So that's the sergeant. Other than that, the rest of the bodywork's pretty much painted. The only thing I'm considering is a Devlin mud wash across it. The mud effects, I was using the, what would you call it, the chalk, chalk, scrape the chalk into a powder, and, well, I mixed it with PVA glue, and I've just spread it on. When it dries out, you get a sort of dried mud effect. Looks quite effective, I think. So I went a bit over the top with some guys who are quite muddy, and as you'll see, the heavy bolter team are stuck in a quagmire basically. I also added some sort of little stones and whatnot in the base, just to give various, you know, textures as well to the base. As well as it being muddy, it's also rocky, gravelly, whatever. So the same has been done with all the troops. I've tried to apply mud where, you know, you'd maybe expect to see mud as well, like on the elbows if they've been in the prone position to fire, on the knees, legs, boots are going to be extremely muddy. As this guy's kneeling, he's just, you know, in a full brunt of it in his jacket. So you can see there's varying degrees to how muddy these chaps are. Yeah, quite a good effect, I think. It's quick and easy, which is what I'm looking for from my army. The models are far too good to not paint, I mean, but because they're such nice models, you want to make a good job of them as well, and painting skills aren't that brilliant. So that's the 10 there. I believe it was the infantry squad advancing. I'm not going to do much advancing anyway with the amount of artillery I'm going to be using against the next opponent, so maybe just get the squad at arms set next. So that's them, and I'll show you the heavy bolter. Again, similar effect with the mud, although this time I mixed it a lot thicker with actually used no more nails to create a sort of, almost like a putty, and it goes on really thick. It really makes it look muddy, I believe, a lot muddier. Like it's still boggy and wet and freshly blown up. So again, still little bits of details like the ammo belt and stuff I need to paint, but I mean the men are pretty much painted and still need to choose the helmet colour. Barbed wire. I've recently done a video on how I make my barbed wire. Exact same sort of method, except just stuck it on a base this time. You can also see wee like poles on it to hold it up, just an extra wee detail for realism. That was made out of a paper clip, which was horrible to make. So again, try to apply mud where you would actually see it around the wheels and the bottoms of the guys' coats. It's just a really churned up, unpleasant atmosphere. So that's them, 2 men, heavy bolter squad. Again, due to the amount of artillery that I'm hoping to be firing, I don't know how much action the heavy bolter is going to get, but I've always liked the look of the model, and hopefully there'll be another 2 accompanying him soon. Okay, so that's everything. Cheers for watching, guys, and let me know what you think. See you later.